got you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to subs, my growing extended beautiful family, just thank you so much as always for the love and support constantly giving me. Y'all are blessings beyond blessings. So thank you for being a long journey with me as I am with you. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings. Love and light. And many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when your girl's about to upload her next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are insightful, just gave you good vibes that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through some trying times and needs spiritual guidance, or needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. While you're at it, give a girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. And thank you once again for the love and support as always. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. As always, I try to tell y'all, I keep forgetting that half of the time, that I leave my contact information in the description box below if you ever want to just network. Basically is for networking, just being able to have a deeper understanding about your path of purpose or certain things you may be wondering about when it comes to things that's taking place in your life. I seen this post, was it yesterday on IG? I think it's from Oracle Reading You, or I think that what it is, but it was like your real flex is how many wounds can you turn into wisdom? And that's basically what that video is. And it's just I use that little, that little post on there. I'm like, man, that hit me different. And it's just like you never you hear that saying, you never really know how strong you are until strong is all you have to rely on. And there's a lot of times where you have probably went through life where people have doubted you. They try to dim your light as any kind of possible way. They made you want to second guess yourself, or you weren't getting some kind of support. And it's a lot of times it's like, dang, because I used to grow up like that. I always wanted to do good things. I knew I wanted to be able to help the world and feeling love within it, within the world. I didn't know how I was going to do that, but I knew since I was like 4 years old, I told my mom I was going to do that, and I wanted to do that. Just didn't know how I was going to do it. And just being able to see all the stuff that that is taking place in your life. And I don't know what I guess his universe is wanting to talk about these wounds, because this is like I'm trying to use different content, but when they're when they direct me to go a certain vibe or a certain way, I'm hey, ain't questioning that. Just go with the flow. A lot of times you have to really just look at all the things that took place. It taught you a deeper meaning about yourself, how other people are, um, trying to have a broader perspective off of things that has taken place in your life that needed to have that initial contact with you for you to be able to see different things from different perspectives. And it's just like a lot of times that you have seen the strength, even if you may not want to acknowledge it for yourself. It just depends on what you're going through at the time, because a lot of times I didn't really see myself as being strong until I started allowing myself to see all the things that has been embarked in my life. There's times I've told y'all about it, certain things I just came into peace with it and just felt like it no longer needed to be discussed ever again. But it's just like when you're allowing yourself to really reflect within your strength, you really just don't know. You have to be able to give that credit towards yourself. It's just because you'll notice when it's like with us, we already are a trigger magnet. We're just walking off being triggers, because it's like you'll have so many different things coming at you. I'm like, damn, what did I say for you to be coming at me sideways like that? Don't, if you ain't got no check for me, don't come checking for me. It's been that way. But it really showed you where some people admired you, and it may have came out as being like a hater, but it was something they admired you about, that you projected they didn't want you to be able to discover within yourself. Because it's like when I look at everything that has taken place in my life, a lot of y'all know the backstory and stuff on that. And it's just like the people that have known about certain things in my life, they're like, Roslynn, are you serious? This is really something that took place in your life, I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't be promoting or not promoting, but allowing myself to say something that never really happened. Shoot, I ain't trying to get sued for that. And I'm not wanting, universe to be clapping back at me for some things that are not true. But it was just like that experience had to be projected towards me as well as whoever else at that time, just to be able to understand what brought me to this situation, on how to be able to want to help other people, knowing about myself, learning about gifts I never knew I had, allowing myself to learn. It's just like I've always been that type of person that curious about a lot of things. And it when I just started seeing different things that's coming out, and allowing myself to be fair to myself, you know because it's just like your strength is always a reflection of something that you may not be aware of. There may be times where when you describe yourself to yourself, how do you describe yourself? Are you describing yourself by your insecurities or your flaws? Are you allowing yourself to describe yourself as in your good points about yourself? Those you may not like. I used to have an issue with my weight, and it was just like, I was really down on myself about that. But it's just like I have to be able to tell myself, as well as universe is telling me, Roslynn, look at everything that you have dealt with. You lucky it's just a little weight gain. With all the things that unfolded, all the things that you have been trying your hardest to fight from, that's all you need to worry about. I stopped smoking the devil's lettuce. I no longer drink the sauce. And it's been like, what is it, almost close to 3 years, and I've been having to face that. I'm smoking cigarettes. I won't lie about that, and I'm really trying to work on that. And but it's allowing me to just face that. It's just like a lot of times I tell people, when we get some kind of addiction, it is, people are like, well, why I'm using it? And if it's for chronic pain, or different seizures, that's good for that. But are you using that to escape from you facing your truth? And I did that just to trying it was like I was like a touch now. Basically, I was touching on that truth that just traumatized me, because it came in like it looked like a levee broke, when it came into my life. And it was just like, well, let me let you go ahead and have these sessions to get to your higher self by touching with the devil's lettuce to help you get there, because you don't know how to get there yet. And it got to that point where certain different confirmations was coming, like, okay, you have to stop now. We gave you this, we allowed you to use this for a certain period of time, until you allowed yourself to really face these things. Now it's just you're wanting to do that for you to avoid what you need to accept about yourself. And you'll see that you don't need these different things to be able to grow. If it's something that you're using for health wise or whatever. But if a lot of times with us as empaths, I tell people real quick, I'm not a person to judge you. Who can I'm not God. I can't judge you. If you talk to me, I never want anybody to feel ashamed of what has taken place in their life. You should never be shameful about those things. You should never be embarrassed, because these are the things that help you grow to where you are right now. And it's just like, I don't have no problem with people knowing that, about me, because it's just like I was openly like that, when I first started doing my videos. But now it was like, got to that point, like, dang, I cringe, because I don't no longer do that. But it's like I can't allow myself to block that off, because it brought me to where I am now. So I'm not gonna allow nobody to shame me. I put out all the things that I have went through, because I'm not going to forget where I'm going to, where I'm trying to be at, because those chain of events has got me to where I am, you know. And it's like dealing with the circumstances that I'm dealing with, because everything is so public. It hits me in so many different ways that I'm still trying to allow myself to, like, see this as a higher purpose. Don't allow yourself to, be triggered about painful wounds that, you can't speak on, or you can't address, or, people are not wanting to say anything. It was like I was in my own world of grief when I was dealing with different things when my father had passed. So it was just like, it showed me where my strength could actually truly be at. Yes, for my enemies, that pissed them off to the core because they just knew that was going to be an ultimate game changer for me no longer being a living. I would have been late for something, would have been on the other side. But God had a higher purpose for me going through those situations because of the situation that, at hand that guided me to where I was. And that allowed me to be confident in myself. It taught me to never worry about what other people thought about my situation, whether they didn't believe me or they didn't, but allow yourself to know, your truth. That's all. You're not looking for validation from other people. You're just being guided for you to be able to speak your truth on why you're here, you know? And now it's just like not even using that as being my reason to do the things that I'm doing, but being able to appreciate, even though it was a tragic thing for me to lose a parent like that. It's just the fact is that connection came so much stronger after that had happened. And my dad's with me every single day, and it's just like I always tell him thank you for everything he's helping me with, even though he couldn't be in my life the way he wanted to. Now he's spiritually connected with me forever. I was like, ha ha, now you're stuck with me. It's like, you promise. It'll be like that. But just being able to say thanks. I've turned so many different things into my life where people were hoping I would have wore my wounds like a badge, like I wanted to be seen as a victim. But I allow my scars to be reflected, to be able to say I'm healing those scars. It took me to have to do that. Even if our old vibrations come up from what kind of abuse that I've been in contact with on my my stage of growing up, or it was a sore thumb to me, it's telling me you're healing from that. Because when that situation comes up, your energy doesn't change. You don't, because there'll be certain things that will pop up that was very messed up for me to have to go through, or for me to have to hear, or something that was, projected to me that really hurt me to the core. Now I can look at it and say, you know what? This broke me away from, other people's, triggers. But this also was something that, that gave me the, gave me that that strength to keep moving. That was my wisdom. That was that wound. And it's just like, a lot of times we want to be able to cover up the scars from a lot of traumatic experiences. But when you're allowing yourself to see that scar, you have to be able to tell yourself, you see what happened here? This is, I shouldn't be here today. There's so many different things that that try to take you out, but yet you're still here. Things have been placed on your life to break you, but it broke you away from what is not true. What is no longer serving you. You're having that confidence in yourself, not worrying about getting outside validations, but being able to reflect on how you are as a person, how you are as a spiritual being, a light worker, wherever you want to see yourself as. And then it's just like when you start saying that to yourself and start understanding, I'm not placing this stuff on me to be seen as a victim. I don't want pity. I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me. But just being able to project what I went through, and just being able to show you the power of change, of healing myself to be a bigger, better person I never thought I could be. And you're changing that into wisdom. And that shows other people. We all went down some kind of generation of where stuff got really real, and then they dump this on us and say, fix it, work with it. It's something like that. And then you have gotten the most heaviest things. We have gotten the most heaviest things and had to make miracles and blessings out of that. And we're making the impossible possible. God always used our story for his glory, and it's always like that. And it's like, I'm not a religious person, but I'm heavy on my spirit, you know. But I've seen a lot of things that I never thought I would be able to come up from. My enemies thought, yeah, when she found out the truth about this is going to make her want to end it. And I'm not going to lie, I almost did a few times. But then I was just like angry, like, why won't you let me be? Why won't you let me go? And it's just like, God was like, I'm not ready for you yet. I'm not ready for you. I know you don't want to feel this. I know you don't want to acknowledge this. But within our work on what we're about to do with you and for you, we have a reason for that. And that's what they want us to do. Don't be ashamed of the things that you used to do in your life, because I tell anybody, if you're an empath and you don't have some kind of addiction, I'm gonna give you so many daggone props, because a lot of us have some kind of addiction that we had to deal with because of that energy that we pull, the things that we feel, the things that we hear, the things that we see. We had to have some kind of coping mechanism to be able to not allow ourselves to, face those different things that became very hard. And then when you're allowing yourself to be honest with yourself, you'll see how much strength that you have. Universe will place you in certain situations where you'll reflect something that is not possible. you know See things that you haven't really seen before. You're making, they're using you as that spotlight to be able to say anything is possible. You don't have to allow yourself to cave into the things that has been on you. That's what the enemy is hoping for. That's what the devil is hoping for. But when you're allowing yourself to see that and just like, yeah, this went on for me. Yeah, I went through this, but this is not what my life is created to. My life is not attached to pain, but it's attached to progression. Is attached to, you know, um, greatness, ascending towards different places I've never seen myself. So I tried not to allow myself, and it took me a long time to be able to separate myself from my wounds. And it was just like somebody had told me that one time, and I say that every once in a while. It's like, somebody told me, it's like, hey, what are you past those things that has taken place in your family? Who are you? Past all that. And I'm just like, what the hell you mean by that? And it's like, no, because you're associating yourself with those wounds that has taken place, but you're not telling me who you are past those things. And it was like, that was a good, it took me a minute for me to be able to digest that. And I said, you know what? Touche. I was tagging myself within that, but just being able to say, yeah, I went through all this stuff, but then it's just opened doors to all this new information, new things that I had to know about myself, my surroundings, my purpose, my mission that I'm going through. And this is what I'm associating myself with. Roslyn going through transformation, transcending, my allowing myself to empower myself to reflect others to empower themselves, showing my scars, but also showing you how I healed the wounds of my scars and being able to see, yes, this happened to me, but it didn't kill me. I'm still here. I'm still better than what I was, 5 minutes ago. You're in constant fluctuation of making yourself a better person. If you see something that day that really messed you up, you can wake up the next day and say, you know what, yesterday was in yesterday, but I'm gonna learn on this how I need to fix myself, how I need to allow myself to, work on this so I can heal and get past that. Because a lot of times we don't realize we self-sabotage when new things are coming away, because even though we feel like I deserve this, I deserve that, but that vibration, you're keeping is saying something else. It's like you're contradicting yourself. You say you deserve this, but then soon as that new starts coming in, you will sabotage the heck out of yourself because you don't know what's coming. Universe will tell you to go a certain way and then you want to go opposite. Now I can see if it was like the next door neighbor, or Ralph Smart say the cat down the road that was trying to tell you to go somewhere. But if the universe is telling you to do this because they have a purpose for you around there, have faith in yourself, have faith in what we're trying to teach you for you to be able to reflect towards other people, because we're using you as this mirror to show people you can change, you can turn around, but it's up for what you choose to do, how you choose to move about it. Are you going to procrastinate, feel sorry for yourself, want people to feel sorry for you, or you're just going to say I can't do it because it's too hard? You're only sleeping on yourself. And then if when you see people getting blessings left and right, you can't get mad because they did the work you didn't. you know and you're having that chance on yourself to don't sleep on yourself. You deserve so much more than what you're getting right now. You're getting blessings left and right now, ones that you didn't see coming. They don't protect you from things that you didn't know was about to take place, that the enemy done set up for you. Weapons done, been formed, and it's not even touching you. So you're going through all these chain of events for a reason. You're showing not just yourself but people how to grow. Your children, if you have some, the ones that you're attempting on having, you're creating a better environment emotionally, mentally, and spiritually for different people, for them to be able to know if they can do it, I can do it too. So allow yourself to do that. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I think this is gonna be my last video because I'm so freaking tired. I sound proud of myself because I got 4 of them done, but a sister tired. So I'm hoping I'll probably bring out some more videos tomorrow. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it because now I'm about to recharge. Give a post notification shout out to Michelle Sunnecab. 3 key things. It's already done. Thomas. Pamela Riley, and Rena S., and Nicole Yarbrough, and Carl Fouquet. Like and subscribe, share, tell somebody about the channel. I look forward to hearing from you. Like I said, leave all my contact information in the description box below. Make sure you hit that notification bell. If you are new to my channel, you can go ahead and check out as well as my community page on my channel. I always put down funny memes or a positive reminder or any kind of major cycles that we may be going through right now that you may be impacted with. So I'll see y'all my next video. Much love to y'all. Much love, plenty blessings, and you are always in my thoughts and prayers. Bye.